Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, taking flights in the Airbus A320neo, and taking flights from here in Vienna Schwechat to Thessaloniki. So flight time today is around 1 hour and 40-ish minutes. And so in a couple of minutes we'll jump into the cockpit, we'll prepare the aircraft for flights, and we shall make our way over to Greece. So, like I say, should be a good flight today. The weather's looking rather calm here in Austria right now. It should get a little bit cloudier as we get towards Greece, but as it stands, it's looking rather peaceful right now. So we'll set the aircraft up and get ourselves ready for flights today. So first things first, let's turn on batteries, turn on seal power. We'll set the IRS to align, turn the strobe lights to automatic, turn on the no smoking sign. We'll set the air condition to around central, and that should be that. Video fed panel today, so we confirm that's all fine. Set up the fuel pumps as soon as we fill the aircraft up. Let's jump over to the MCDU. Actually, before that, let's turn up the brightness of all displays, shall we? So PFD, navigation display, same for the co-pilot side, and both the upper and lower ECANs. And finally the autopilots. Right, MCDU, let's program our flight today. So departing from Lima Oscar Whiskey Whiskey to Lima Golf Tango Sierra. Plug that in. Should be good. Flight number today is Whiskey 6 2839er. And our cost next today is 5. We're using it 54330. Set our weight up now, so open up the fuel panel, and in total you require 16,404 pounds of fuel on board. So 16,404. 35%, that will do. Right, close that. So zero fuel weight is 50.2, and our centre of gravity is 21.3%. 7.446 kilos, so it's 7.446. Plug that in, and that is that. Now, let's load our passengers for today. So using PAX, TFDI's on PAX, we'll start a new flight, departing from Vienna to Thessaloniki. We're Whiskey 6 2839er, cruising at 33,135. Well, 1 hour 59 minutes flight time, so 2 hours on the trots, with about 25-ish minutes till departure. We're in Airbus A320neo, and we have 163 passengers on board. We don't have Wi-Fi, we don't have entertainment, we don't have Bollywood music, we do have a custom safety briefing, we'll plug that on now. We do have snacks, we don't get a meal service. And with that, we can now start boarding our passengers. For some reason, JetBridge sometimes likes to disconnect. We'll call back the jetway connection. And that should stick in place. Back to the MCDU, and let's look at our flight plan today. Starting off with Adama. It's quite a short route today, not too many waypoints to plug in. After Adama, we fly to Val. Good old Aunt's Val. It's going to be Northern Hemisphere, East, that one. Next flight to Redva. And with that, our flight plan's complete. Now, let's contact ATC today, and let's get our clearance now to Thessaloniki. So clearancing to Vienna Tower, which is 119.4. And on the standby, actually we won't set standby just yet, just in case we also need to contact the, well, we need to use the pushback, don't we? So, connect the tower, and let's get our clearance today. Good evening, Vienna Tower, this is Wizz 2839er requesting an IFR copy to Thessaloniki.
Wizz Air 2839, good evening, Wind Tower, stand by shortly.
Right, so stand by for 2 seconds. So we'll set up the rest of the aircraft while we wait. So speed 250 knots below 10,000.
Wizz Air 2839, hello, ready to copy?
Wizz Air 2839 is ready to copy.
Wizz Air 2839, you're cleared to destination Lima Golf Tango Sierra via the ASPIP Alpha Sierra Papa India Bravo to Charlie departure route out of runway 29, initial climb 5,000 feet, squawk 7145.
Wizz Air 2839 is cleared to Thessaloniki via the ADSI to Charlie departure, runway 29. It's initial 5,000, squawking at 7145.
Yeah, 2839, confirmed ASPIP to Charlie.
ASTIP to Charlie departure for Wizz Air 2839 up.
Wizz Air 2839, lovely, readback is correct.
Right, so departure, runway 29 up via the, where are you? The ASPI to Charlie departure. Insert that. That's all fine. Flight plan sets. FF panel will turn on all the fuel pumps. We'll turn on the seatbelt sign. We'll tell packs they've done the same as well. And let's greet our passengers, shall we? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this Wizz Air flight 2839 to Thessaloniki. Just in the final stage of preparing our departure now to Greece, and so hopefully in a couple of minutes we'll be pushing back from the gate and making our way over to the runway. Please take your seats, we'll be departing in just a couple of moments. Any questions to our cabin crew today? I also hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight today. To Thessaloniki. Just in the final stage of preparing our departure now to Greece, and so hopefully in a couple of minutes we'll be pushing back from the gate and making our way over to the runway. Please take your seats, we'll be departing in just a couple of moments. Any questions to our cabin crew today? I also hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight today. Graphics settings, I have the whole video on my graphics settings, including all my overclock and stuff as well. Alright, QNH 1019 up. Initial 5,000, climb 2,500 feet per minute. And since we've got another 3 minutes or so until our RS aligns, let's use it as an opportunity to look around the airport. So we've got the Gaya Simulations Vienna today, which is available both on the Orbex Direct Store as well as directly available on the Marketplace. Costs about £12, local currencies do apply. And, well, having flown to Vienna myself in January of this year, I can tell you this is a very, very accurate representation of the airport in real life. It looks, well, just like this, really. Very, very pleased with this. Very good purchase. Got the airport's front area over here. You're going to have the Samsung logo underneath the control tower. Also got the Samsung over on the side. Over here, going to have the cargo terminals. Got a few lorries and stuff parked outside. Got a few aircraft at remote stand. A few right now. Over here as well, it's got 2 cargo 747s. We've got a Korean Airlines A320 sticking around as well. Generic plane and Argentina. It's a bit lost that, but hey. Over here we've got a few aircraft being towed around right now. So we've got a Korean Air Cargo on tow as well as a Austrian A320. That's an A320ceo, you can tell by the old style winglets. So they're just being pulled around right now. Next to it you've got an Austrian 330. Just overall, it's a very, very impressive scenery. This runs rather well as well. So Gaya Simulations, fab job. Fab job. And the pricing, let's say £12, not too expensive. I'm rather pleased with the way Orbex and price their stuff. Very much worth it. Very much worth it. So, yeah, so we're currently in the final stage of boarding our own aircraft.
EasyJet
so
2593, confirm, Winter.
And let's get ready now for, oh, in a moment, engine starts and
EasyJet 2593 was calling.
EasyJet 2593, yes, we are ready for engine startup.
The overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it. Please
EasyJet 2593, just for information, no offense. EasyJet is Echo Zulu Yankee call sign.
You are seated in an
A bit of a mix-up call
No,
sign there.
no offense taken. It's easy.
Is that 777, sorry?
Except when you have
777, my
EasyJet Europe,
apologies.
which are Echo Juliet.
It sounds a bit loud there, so yeah, apologies, that's 777. I'll say 30.
EasyJet 25903, stand by.
Now's the time to get out any last-minute text messages if you need to, but we ask that once you depart from the
Thank
gate,
you for hosting,
put away
Rob.
any laptops or tablets.
Right.
Thank you, and welcome aboard.
RS is now aligned, so let's do a quick check of the flight plan, make sure that you've done that all correctly. And I'm fairly sure you will have. Got no real concern with that plan today.
So EasyJet 25903, so it's EasyJet
So
Europe.
the airports, we head south, and it's pretty much a straight line path there to Thessaloniki. Our flight plan takes us over Hungary, Serbia, Kosovo, Macedonia, and Greece. So a fair few countries to explore.
EasyJet 25903, you're cleared to destination Stuttgart via the
Right,
Otsu
back to
Charlie
hot mode.
departure
We'll zoom in
route
on the
out of
ND
runway
there.
29er. Initial climb 5,000 feet.
And we'll start up the APU. So not too long now
773.
till we depart. Not too long at all.
Okay, so we are re-cleared to Stuttgart as filed. Departure via Otsu to Charlie. Takeoff runway 29er. Please say again squawk for using 258.
I've got to finish, guys. Relatively new to ATC, so we'll cut him some slack. Welcome stream. What mods has the... not sure what you mean by that, API aircrafts. My FPS right now, solid 30.
Easy
Solid
258,
30.
squawk 1773, and I was cleared for Stuttgart by
Standard and premium editions, so you got different airports available,
Roger,
different
EasyJet 25903,
aircrafts.
I wasn't in contact.
And that's about
with
it,
him, and
really.
He didn't tell me that in a briefing or something. So you are cleared.
So waiting for the APU now to start up and stabilise.
In my
How's Vienna on? I love it.
position.
I really, really do enjoy it. It's a very, very well put together scenery, this.
Easy 2503, cleared to Stuttgart as
Got a
filed.
few,
Departure
extras down there
to
as well, parts
Charlie.
of the
Initial
industrial
climb
complex.
5,000 feet, takeoff runway 29er, squawk 1773.
EasyJet 25903. Thank you for the readback. Readback is correct. Wouldn't be necessary, but thank you for the second readback.
My pleasure.
Okay. Yeah, contact me again. EasyJet 25903 for pushback and startup. Correction for startup because you do not need a pushback.
So
You
just
do
waiting
not
for the APU to start up now. As soon as that light turns on to available,
Roger, Easy
know when to,
2593 will
go.
contact when ready for startup.
make sure we set up our performance page as well. So using flaps 1 for takeoff, flex temp is 61, and our rotate is 119 knots.
Wind tower 0, scroll deck 5.
APU is now available, so we'll bring it onto the APU bleeds. We'll wait for that to stabilise, and then we'll turn off the external power.
Wind tower 0, scroll deck 5. Last station calling. Safe position.
Gold deck 5, just departed Vienna Schwechat, request to enter your control zone via sector south.
And so at this stage, we'll wait for a break in the ATC chatter, and then we'll request the taxi instructions to the runway.
Roger, last station, squawk island.
Wizz Air 2839 is ready to push and start stand Charlie 33. So turn on the beacon lights to allow ground crew to know that we're about to start our engines.
Last station, Carson only.
Wizz Air 2839.
Wizz Air 2839, ground is online, contact ground 121.6 for further instructions.
121.6 for Wizz Air 2839, thank you very much. So we have got ground online now, so we tune into that. 121.6.
EasyJet 25903, same for you, contact ground 121.6 for startup then.
121.6.
Oh, hello there, grounds. This is Wizz 2839 requesting push and start, stands Charlie 33.
Visa 2839, I'm sorry you are still on Wien Tower, stand by.
We tuned to 121.6 and COM1 does show ground radar.
Yeah, this could be a software issue. I have the 119.4 frequency, but you are still on my frequency and have turned the frequency of the ground, confirmed?
Correct, 121.6 is tuned in.
Okay, Visa 2839, stand by.
Okay, so it sounds like a, well, bit of a mishap going on at Vienna right now, but we should be ready to start in just a couple of moments.
Visa 2839, try again in 1 minute.
Alright, so ground is just reconnecting. We'll give them a second to tune in.
Oh, so Golec 5.
There we go.
Golec 5, Servus, Wien Tower.
Golec 5, request entering your control zone via sector south. Squawking 7000.
Okay, I don't have you on my screen. Squawk ident, please. Confirm you have Squawk Charlie.
Faucet is Golec 5.
I'm sorry, I don't see you. I only see the dot on the screen.
Was there 2839 requesting push and start, stands Charlie 33. Was there 2839 that is ready to push and start, stands Charlie 33.
Yeah, Visa 2839, we are very sorry, we don't know the issue. You get the clearance from me. You are cleared to push and start. QNH 1019.
QNH 1019, push and start approved. Was there 2839, thank you very much. We'll see what happens later. Right, so been clearing our pushback clearance.
5, Wien Tower.
We'll allow the pushback tie down to get the aircraft. The jet bridge will move away.
Doors closed. Please make sure that all
At this
devices
point,
are in airplane
they're ready
mode
to
and your
leave from
large
gates.
devices
Golec
are
5.
down and stowed. Please
Golec
copy
5 in
yourself
tower,
to
go
ensure
ahead.
that all tray tables and seat
Golec 5, request
upright
entering via
positions
sector
before
south.
departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
Golec 5, Roger. Golec 5,
Parking brake
squawk
released.
7132.
And
Entering
N320neo,
control zone
we'll do a
via
dual engine
sector
startup today,
Sierra,
so 1 and 2 both
approved
active.
Via, Münchendorf and Himberg. In maximum.
We'll go all out today.
500 feet
So
or below.
engines 1 and 2 should now be starting.
Bitte
Check
entering
the
via sector south.
N2.
Düsseldorf Himberg is 1500
Starting up, N1's now starting to come to life.
Direct your attention to the screen for an
Please
important
push aircraft
demonstration.
nose
Thank you for flying.
right, so you push back to the left. Pax will now play the
Golec
safety
5,
briefing
status
for Wizz Air.
0001. Golec 5, you are not over Münchendorf.
And then ends push back here. Parking brake sets. Flaps down 1. Spoilers armed.
Golec 5, entering via approved.
Yeah, we got a lot of kids on board. These packs, we'll be able to see our passengers on board today. So, there you go. Got Sherry Cooper here, 9 years old. We got a 10-year-old Stacey Weaver also on board. We've got a fair few kids on this flight. 12-year-old Jacob Washington. For the most part, it's like it's a relatively older flight today than the passengers on board. Right, so make sure everything's happy as it is. Engines are stable. So we'll turn off the APU, turn off the ignition, and let's now request taxi to the runway.
Enter the published holding, the VFR holding, Sierra, initially.
Entering published holding Sierra, hold request.
Wizz Air 283neo is ready to taxi to the runway.
Guten Abend, Goldeck 9 Papa Whiskey.
Goldeck 9 Papa Whiskey, hello, Wien Tower.
Ja, guten Abend. Ich versuche die ganze Zeit Approach zu erreichen. Ich habe schickt mir weiter Force-Ex, aber ich komme irgendwie nicht auf Antenne. Vielleicht kann man da ihm kurz Bescheid geben.
Ja, Goldeck 9 Papa Whiskey, wir sind auf Teamspeak 3 und versuchen es zu lösen. Der Ground hat auch Probleme, bitte kurze Geduld.
Alles klar. Vielleicht kurz einfach ausrichten, ich bin jetzt direkt 672 leider and defending 3000.
Wizz Air 283neo is ready to taxi to the runway. Thank you for the 224 there, Adley. Much appreciated.
Wizz Air 2839, taxi to holding point runway 29, intersection Alpha 3 via taxi lane 3, exit 11 and Mike.
Let's get notes down. Cleared to taxi to runway 29 via Alpha 3, and it's 3311, and then Mike for Wizz Air 2839. So nice and simple taxi today. Let's increase throttle, parking brake off, sets the taxi lights. Let's go make our way over to the runway.
Vienna ground Alpine 2593 requesting engine startup.
Alpine 25993, startup and pushback approved, facing east, Kinech 1019.
So taxi to the runway.
With
With 2.9 we'll be able to see the terminal in a bit more detail.
Not be
Taxi
pushback
through
from
the
Charlie 908. Alpine 2593.
Alpine 2593, Roger.
So taxi runway, not a massive process today. So taxi down to runway 29. It's a very quick process this. Short to the right. We've got our aircraft set up now for flights, that's all fine. And so as we taxi, let's use this as an opportunity just to look at the left hand side and look at the terminal in a bit more detail as we go by. In fact, why don't we do it from the cabin view? Why don't we do it from cockpit? Why don't we do it from the cabin? Like I say, Gaya Simulations Vienna, it's a very highly detailed airport this. Flying to and from it, very much enjoying it so far. Yes, 1 hour and 40-minute flight time today. 1 hour and 40 minutes. So 29er. In fact, where that aeroplane right there is coming to stand right now. So being on IVAO, that plane there is a real person. Somebody either on Microsoft Flight Sim, FSX or X-Plane. Or even F2004 P3. I mean, whatever sim they're using, that's a real person who's gone and just about belly flops it into the runway there. That's one of the things I like about the online networks. Just the way it kind of introduces real world airlines, real world ATC, and just has people actually talking to you from the sim as well. Thank you. Addy, one more ticket, Charles, please. Cheers to that man. Cheers for the £1.13. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. So, the right-hand tank up now. We'll be going in via the right there.
Vienna ground Alpine 25903 is ready to taxi.
Alpine 25903, taxi to holding point runway 29, intersection Alpha 3 via exit 3 and Mike.
So based on our taxi instructions, that's Alpha 3 right there. Entry point Mike. So right hand to turn, hold short to runway, contact the tower, and make our way into the sky.
Alpine 25903, intersection Alpha 3 via exit 3 and Mike.
Holding point Alpha 3 via exit 3
throttles.
And Mike, easy 25903.
With the 2839, wind 180 degrees, 5 knots runway 2, also sorry, contact mean tower 121.6, 119.4.
1194 for Wizz Air 2839, thank you very much. Right, contact tower.
Yeah, we like to swing for runway. We can either continue visually with a left-hand pattern for runway 11 or right-hand pattern for runway 29, whatever you prefer.
And wait for a gap in the chat.
Okay,
Goldek, takeoff.
Nana Papa Whiskey, then
As we wait, we'll
continue
visual check. So make sure nothing's on the left.
enter left down.
Nothing's on the right. So runway is cleared.
Goldek 9 Papa Whiskey copied. Maybe proceed direct to the left base for runway 11 from present position.
Goldek, Nana Papa Whiskey, intention was to enter you the downwind. If you prefer base, join left base, runway 11.
Joining base, runway 11, and we are on a far base, runway 11 now. Goldek 9 Papa Whiskey.
Goldek, Nana Papa Whiskey, right.
Wizz Air 2839 ready to depart.
Wizz Air 2839, stand by.
Okay, standing by. Just raring to go here, but it looks like somebody else may actually be on approach right now, and therefore we may have to wait for them to land before we can depart. Depends how the spacing is right now. So, waiting for ATC to get back to us now.
Goldek 5, are you okay? Positive, it was roll out. Goldek 5 confirmed the pushback truck is the pushback truck down?
ATC is in the side.
Cheers, that Aubrey. Glad you joined the watch.
Confirm inside.
Negative.
Welcome there,
Goldek
David.
5.
How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the
Pushback
chat.
truck is
Thank you, Ralph, for the $5 there. Much appreciated. Thank you very
currently
much.
Holding point Mach 1 and is turning right on Echo towards you, so holding
So
hold
for
position.
ATC, so using IVAO for ATC today. At this point,
Correct 9 Papa Whiskey, starting
Just
final
waiting
1.
Wind is
clearance.
180 degrees, 5 knots, runway 11, clear to land.
Runway 11 to land.
Runway 11, clear to
Interesting.
land, contact 9 Papa Whiskey, thanks.
With Air
Here we go.
2839 for your information, runway 11 will be unavailable for you for about 5 minutes.
Runway 11. Yes, that's outside. Roger that. We'll hold then for a couple minutes. Where's that? 2839 up. Okay.
Wizz A320neo, I mean the runway 29, not the runway 11.
So apparently we've just been told they're going to sit for about 5 minutes now while we wait for the runway to clear up. So let's form passengers, shall we? Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. A quick update from the flight deck. We've just been told to hold over for a couple of minutes while a couple of aircraft coming into land. We do apologise for the delay, and we hope to be airborne in just a couple of minutes, no longer than 5. Do apologise for the delay. So it's a delay.
Another on 1 is vacated, contact 9 Papa Whiskey.
Thank you for the $5 there, Asia. Much appreciated. Have a safe flight. Thank you very much. So delay is traffic.
9 Papa Whiskey, thank you for
Hello,
early
ladies and gentlemen. A quick update from the flight deck. We've just been told to hold over for a couple minutes while a couple of aircraft coming into land. We do apologise
hold
for the
here,
delay.
go like that. Papa Whiskey.
There you go. So one's just coming to land again.
That
No longer than 5. Do apologise for the delay.
correction. Wind is
Oh, here we go.
180 degrees, 5 knots, runway 29, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff was at 2839. So actually, we don't have to wait 5 minutes in the end. We've got our takeoff clearance. We'll enter the runway.
Goldeck 5 will
Brakes up to
be
maximum.
waiting
Check
now
takeoff.
5 minutes for the pushback track, but there is no pushback track.
Let's get going.
Goldeck 5, stand by.
So turn to the right. Make sure the runway's clear. As soon as we're happy, we'll get going again. Cool, happy with that.
And Goldeck 9 Papa Whiskey, may we switch to ground?
Engines up
116.
50%.
Goldeck
1 to
9
stable.
Papa Whiskey,
Up to flex.
confirm contact, affirm contact ground 121.6.
Hold nose down for approach or
116,
left.
Goldeck 9 Papa Whiskey, vielen Dank, schönen Abend, ciao.
Kein Problem,
80
danke,
knots.
ebenfalls schönen Abend.
Danke.
V1 rotates.
Sierra Tower Alpine 25 requesting clearance for takeoff
Positive right,
runway
gear up.
29.
Sorry, EasyJet 2593, line up and wait, runway 29.
Roger, line up and wait. Alpine 2593.
Goldeck 5, confirm pushback track inside. Negative, Goldeck 5.
Up to 200 knots, flaps up.
Goldeck 5,
To
roger,
climb.
pushback track.
And let's have the
is
autopilot now, so
now
autopilot sets.
on the way.
Initial
It's
5,000.
on Lima and it's
Climb at
turning
2,500
echo
minutes.
to the
Let's go
right
down to
now.
2,000
Do you see him?
minutes.
Confirm.
And speed 250 knots below 10,000. Why did ATC stop you and there was no plane taken off for landing? So there was a plane that did land. If you go back to when I was just before giving clearance, there was an aircraft that did come into land just moments ago. So traffic was on the runway. We did need to wait for that. Flight time 1 hour and 40 minutes. 1 hour 40 today.
Visa 2839, contact Wien radar, that's 134.675.
134.675 for Wizz 2839. Thank you very much.
Thank you for flying, bye bye.
So contacts 134.675.
EasyJet 2593, wind 180 degrees, 5 knots, runway
Tune
29.
to Vienna Centre. And let's contact. That's the approach. Good evening there. This is Wizz 2839 climbing to 5,000.
With a 2839 Vienna Schwechat, good evening, identified. Climb flight level 190, 190.
Climb to 190 for Wizz Air 2839er. Right, so now continue climb to 19,000. So ATC has been done by IVAO, and the PA has been done by TFDI Design Packs. And so, at some point in the week I'll do a tutorial on how to use both of them. Well worth waiting out for that. Passing now through 7,000. Nope, speaking with real people. So IVA is a network of real people. So you've got real ATC virtual controllers, you've got real virtual pilots. And it's a network that brings it all together and has you fly on like a really big, realistic multiplayer server. Has the speed gone out? Sorry. Let's have a look. Ooh, interesting. Let's reset the overlay. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic
Not
devices.
500 to go there.
As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the
So Gaya Simulations is the developer of the scenery that did
Vienna
Vienna.
Alpine 259 with you climbing 5,000 feet.
Off.
Alpine 2593,
Increase now
good
speed,
evening,
so up to
identified.
Mach
Climb flight level
0.6.
240.
Stay again, flight level
Continue
easy
climb to
2593.
Flight level 240.
Climbing flight level 240, easy, Alpine 2593.
Look at the Alpine there correctly. So that would be an EasyJet Switzerland flight. It's not an EasyJet UK, EasyJet Switzerland. I believe, I'm trying to remember, what is the minimum age requirements of IVA? I think it's 12 years old is the minimum age requirement for IVAO, so I believe you can, yes. Yes, so I am using the A320neo project, which now upgrades the cockpit, removes some of the in-op switches, which gives the aircraft a bit more functionality within the cockpit, so the A320neo
With a
project.
2839, no further ATC, Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
122.8 for Wizz Air 2839. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. So, off to Unicom now. 122.8. We've run out of ATC for this flight. We are now on our own, presumably until landing. But hey, that was a very busy departure. That. Right, continue now. Climb to 330 full climbing altitude. Slowly increase the speed now. It's Mach 0.7 will do. And then we'll cruise it back Mach 0.8 today. Our airport just down below. We're using the 0.2.0 stable, so that's the most recent version. And therefore, anybody using the 1.0.1 should update it because they're now out of date. We're using the 0.2.0 stable. Right, let's turn off seatbelt signs, shall we? Since we're now relatively high, no winds, no turbulence. Passengers can move around the cabin. I'm not sure we can push to 5,000 feet per minute, but we are doing 3,000 right now, climb.
However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of
Welcome there, Flashback, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat, how you doing today? Welcome, Isolo X. I'm not doing too bad, welcome Rezi. Not doing too bad today. Dealing with the simulator doing what it does best, which is crash, and then we'll eventually get going. Yeah, so I'm using notepads to jot down my notes of flights, and so whenever I speak to ATC, usually I'm just jotting down the clearance information, the taxiways that I'm going to take to the runway, and any other bits of information I need to know as well. And so it's always good to keep a notepad or something with you, just to jot things down. Remember that for later. Like I say, at some point I will do a tutorial on IVO and PAX. I'll try and record them on Friday, try and have them out for the weekend if all goes to plan. So now leaving the SID, our departure, and we're now entering the main flight plan over to Greece. Am I a real pilot? No, I'm not. That was Stefanik. Thank you for that, Jonas. Thanks for the local info. Lima Zulu, India Bravo. Yes, I have got custom view set up. So I've got the left seat, right seat, overhead panel, MCDU, left wing, right wing, and my favourite view, the galley. Because, you know, everybody needs the galley. So there's a way you can do it by going through the camera config and messing around with that to get your camera view set up. There's a tutorial by Sim2Fly, which is pretty easy to follow, and so I do recommend you giving that a watch. I know Squirrel's on one as well, hasn't he? So, the one-way talk to passengers, that's TFDI Design PAX. I'll drop you a link in the chat for you. And so, that there is what I use to speak to my passengers. At some point I do plan to fly to Alaska, absolutely. Any news on VNav? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Right, so increase our speed up now to Mach 0.8. Now passing through 26,000, level 260. We've got, we'll probably push to 4,000 feet per minute if we really wanted to. That's really a case of managing your speed and managing your altitude. Welcome, Drawyah, how you doing? Welcome there, Silverman, how you doing? Welcome to the chats. Where's my accent from? I'm from the UK, so I'm from London, but the accent's probably more Midlands, around the Birmingham, Dudley area. That's where my father's from. Yes, PAX costs $30. The passenger and crew experience add-on. Welcome there, Roy from Netherlands, how you doing? So about to pass through 30,000 now, passing through 29,000, flight level 290. We are almost at cruise, and in about an hour, we'll start to have top of descent. So we've got a very simple flight today. So let's see our speed now, so we drop down from 4,000 to about 2,000 feet per minute climb. First on channel, what I normally do. So woo, a bit of turbulence there. What I normally do, I do flight simulator, I do train simulator. Those are the main two at the moment. I'm waiting for the OMSI add-on London to come out. I'll start doing OMSI again, and that's it really. Just waiting for what I'm waiting for. There you go, Ryanair 667 uniform. Nice landing. Oh, we've got Rzeszów traffic on right now. I've been to Rzeszów so many times. My grandparents live there. Oh, very nice. So we're now slowly arriving to our cruise of 370. Definitely hard to get used to the simultaneous ramp settings, that's the hardest part. Settings takes a little bit of time to tweak, but once you get it going, you get it going. But for the most part, once you know what you're doing, it's not too difficult to use Microsoft Flight Sim. Got Katowice traffic. C191. What's that going to be? A Charlie 19er. It's not a Comac, it's going to be a C series, perhaps? No controls yet, although that will come soon when they redevelop the effects engine in the sim. IVO is free. You don't pay for IVAO, that one's free. What language you use between a VOR or RNAV when the ILS is available, I mean, ultimately it comes down to, well, what aircraft you're flying, its capabilities, but ILS is usually what you're going to aim for, followed by an RNAV approach, and then a VOR DME. Monitor, I'm using a 1080p Samsung curved monitor thing, I can't remember the name of. Nothing too fancy, it's just a Samsung 1080p. Do I have to mute Bob's call, Dad? Probably. Yes, I do. Goodbye, Bob. For a moment I thought you said your name there. I mean, your name is quite literally Arnav, but fair play. How do you disable the game ATC? Easy. You go to general, you go to sound, and then you just scroll voices to 0, and that's how you mute the in-game ATC. Yes, when I do upgrade, I'm going to try and look for 4K, or at the very least, 1440. Will you make another tutorial of mods on? At some point I will do. I'm kind of waiting for the mods to kind of mature a little bit before we do more tutorials on them. What PC do I have? My specs in detail down in the description. Where do you get custom sounds for packs? So you can download boarding music and safety briefings off of YouTube. These have been the .wav formats. These have been the WAV formats. So you can download that. All good.
Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note that we only accept credit cards.
Welcome back, Alexandra. How you doing? Welcome to chat. Welcome to chat. Packs, I'd say it's worth it. I mean, the fact that you have got the full crew simulation, all that as well. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So, they are now doing their meal service. Go for the aircraft now. Well, snacks and drink service. So you don't get a free meal, you get what you pay for. So it's actually 94% in the cabin, and hopefully, because well, we did say that was delayed by a little bit. But then we ultimately took off just a couple moments later, and so we'll probably announce that we are early when hitting our top of descents. So as we're now at cruise, Mach 0.80. Not long to go. Well, not long to go, got a fair bit of flying to go, but it's not a massive route this. And like I say, today we're flying over Austria, Hungary, Serbia, Kosovo, Macedonia and Greece as our routing. What does VNAV do exactly? So VNAV is vertical navigation, which is going to control your altitude and your speed. in Microsoft Flight Sim doesn't work yet. Essentially, it manages your pitch, manages your speed, manages your altitude, and when you're descending, manages your descent as well. Oh, from Macedonia. Welcome, Darko. Would passengers scream if you drop the aircraft quickly? Yes, they would. I'm not sure what the death screams of passengers is so funny, but hey. VNAV 747 take claim to a rocket. Sounds about right. VNAV is one of the systems that very much needs work right now in Microsoft Flight Sim. Download IVAO. You've imported the flight plan. So, like I said, at some point I'll do a tutorial on IVAO, but as long as you've imported the flight plan, file it on the IVAO server so that they have the flight plan as well, and then connect to an airport, check if there's a local ATC, and then start making your way through that. Liveries, available as part of the Liveries Mega Pack. It's a freeware download, available to use. Joystick, yes I do. I use the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. Localizer ILS approach. So localizer is the runway heading, and so localizer is a part of ILS, and therefore they're both technically the same things. But like you have two things: you have localizer and you have glide slope. And so localizer adjusts your aircraft's heading to make sure you're facing towards the runway, while the glide slope controls your altitude, so how high you are and what altitude you should be at when approaching the runway where you're at. And so you need both systems on to count as ILS. Liveries do appear if they have the pack installed as well, yes. Where did you gain knowledge? Just years of flight sim experience, really. I mean, I've been using flight sims for about, gosh, 15 years now. I've been using flight sims. So my first platform was Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004, 2005. Then moved to FSX, then moved to X-Men 11. Kind of used a bit of P3D, but it was Flight Sim 20. Oh yeah, sorry, and Flight Sim World. I can't forget Flight Sim World. He's that one for that as well. But I like it. I like it a lot. Glad you're finding helpful, Leo. Glad always can help. I was able to land 747 for the first time. Just about everything that could go wrong went wrong with the autopilot. Sounds about right. It takes a lot of practice, but eventually you will learn what you need to be doing and what stops the aircraft from doing, well, everything wrong. It's not the nicest to fly 747. It's a lot of hands-on flying, but that's what I like about it. At some point I will do some X-Plane again in the future. At some point we will definitely be doing some more X-Plane, because I do miss the 737. I do miss having automated systems, and so at some point we will go and revisit X-Plane, some of the sceneries and airports around that. Did I play Microsoft Flight? No, I didn't play it at the time. I have played it more recently, as well as did the tutorial on how to install it, but back in 2012 when it released, no, I did not. Yes, when the PMD GCM37 arrives next year, it's going to be something I'm going to jump right onto. So I have to pay my Concorde. So that's the DC Designs Concorde, something that I am keeping a very close eye on. It'll be nice to have Concorde in the sim, that's for sure. Am I real pilots? No, I'm not. We get 377, it's 100 to 140 on MSFS 2021. So the PMG 737 will cost $139.99. Although if you bought the NGX Youth P3D before the new year, you then only have to pay $40 for it, because you paid $99.99 on the release of that. So I will definitely be getting the NG3 as soon as it releases, and at some point we'll definitely be going, well, we're going all out on that. Maybe 2-3 months of just non-stop flying 737. Next flight, I'm not sure yet. Haven't got the next flight planned out. Tomorrow, I want to do a train simulator run. So tomorrow I'll do a train simulator. And on the weekend, well, it really comes down to what happens on Saturday, because my weekend's looking quite busy at the moment. And so we'll see how the weekend goes. Plan for tonight's Vienna to Thessaloniki. I decided to do max speed. Mach 0.82 is the maximum cruising speed of the A320neo. And so, Mach 0.8, this is fine. Uh, 2020 or X-Plane 11. Both sims do better for some things than others. So, when it comes to X-Plane, flight dynamics are key. X-Plane flight dynamics are great. For Microsoft Flight Sim, definitely the graphics, definitely the scenery. The flight from Heathrow to Greece, the engine's shut down. Oh gosh, sounds like you had an interesting one there, Justin. I had to have a beer when flying the simulator. I mean, well, how serious is the simulation? I'm not going to deny that I've never done that before. In fact, the strongest thing I've ever had while flying on flight sim was an Uzo, but hey, we don't talk about that. But no, really it comes down to what really you want. How do you get the views? You can save custom preset viewpoints in the flight sim. So that comes standard with the sim. You can use the number keys to set that. I have used DCS. It's one of those sims that I've got it. I've got a couple of the modules for it, but I wish I took more time to actually play it. So I've got a couple of the modules for it. The F-16 I very much enjoy. The A10 Warthog as well. I very much enjoy that as well, but I just wish I played it more. I had the time to really sit down and do more of it more often. Yep, absolutely, Sebi. Custom preset viewpoints. 737 comes out in Q1 2021. We got enter 123775. Where is the center? Let's get a name for them. ATC, Liber Center. Where is Lima Yankee Bravo Alpha? Belgrade. Hello there, Belgrade Centre. This is Wizz Air 2839 with you.
Wizz Air 2839, Belgrade radar, good evening, continue please.
What equipment I'm using an i7 1600 processor computer, 16 gigs of RAM, and a 97 and a GTX 1660 graphics card with a Thrustmaster, HOTAS, Warthog, throttle, and stick. Also using the Xbox controller to control my drone cam. In sim right now, it's 10:15. 10:15 in the morning. That's Zulu time right there. Welcome there, Mikey. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chats. Will I ever do JFK to Dubai? Yeah, that is a good 14-hour flight. That we shall see. We shall see. Flight from JFK to Los Angeles, hope they lose engines again. Yeah, good luck with that. Have fun. Slowly about approach the 1/3 of the way into the flight. What do you recommend, a yoke or a stick? It really comes down to what do you fly more often. Do you fly something like Cessnas and Boeings, which use a yoke, or do you use something like Airbus and Cirruses, which use sticks? So really, what do you fly more often? What makes more sense for you? I mean, I use a stick, made out of the fact that my desk isn't too massive, and therefore just have the space to hold it. Whatever you use more often, try and get something that suits around your flying. Haven't flown from Toronto yet. We'll see what the future brings. Nope, it's a known issue. Just the British guy. It is known. I've switched from Mach to Knots while the aircraft speed up. Ultimately, it comes down to what setting you've got it on. So right now, 302 knots is actually no, it's not. Around similar speeds, but well, one is knots based on your airspeed on speed of sound, and so Mach is speed of sound based, while knots is based on the pitot tubes, which is the airflow entering the two tubes just there. And so when you're about 10,000 feet, you ignore airspeed pretty much. Instead, you want to use ground speed, which is indicated here, so 479 knots. So above 10,000, when the airflow starts getting thinner, pretty much comes pretty much becomes useless. Does it now use the Air Force One call sign? Yes, I'm fairly sure it does. Night landing in Lukla. I mean, I don't do that in real life, so probably not. Why do jumbo jets have two autopilots, 1 and 2? So you have two systems, one on the left, one on the right. They're linked down to the FMS, and in case one were to fail, the other acts as a backup. Welcome there. Fenix, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. I wouldn't say it's hard to land at night. Some airports are more difficult than others, but I wouldn't say it's difficult by any means. Currently it's 22 knot crosswind here, 232 coming at. But not a massively, again, not difficult, nothing that the aircraft can't really handle. Yeah, I guess one of the benefits of landing at night compared to today is that, well, two benefits. One, at night the runway lights are acting, therefore the runway's a lot more visible. And two, because it's pitch black outside, nobody can see how terrible your landing is. So there are benefits. Can you do an island top? I'd like to at some point, definitely. I'd really like to do an island top, maybe around the Caribbean islands at some point. How much longer? About 50 minutes. Glass cockpit 172, very nice, Mason. If you can land the 320 on since land at Gibraltar, you have mad skills. We'll see. Can you line up with the next video? So my video tomorrow will most likely be done in Train Simulator, since it's been a little while since I last streamed some of that. So we'll do Train Sim tomorrow, and then this weekend we'll try and do a couple more Flight Sim streams. And if you guys want an island hopper, I can try and do an island hopper for one of those. Yeah, it's about 40 minutes-ish to landing. Do you know when cursing an autopilot they can eat? I'm not sure what I mean by that. When cruising, yes, they can eat, yes. ETS is 22 minutes. Where are you getting 22 from? Welcome Jafar, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Welcome Drawyah. Is that my name now? Drawyah. 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 Fair enough. Oh yeah, so that is going to be a heat spurn. So if you look behind the engine, it's more prominent on the ground, but you can see where it's a little bit blurry. So that's heat spurn. And so what it does is when the engines produce thrust, when it produces hot air and shoots out at speed, it distorts the light slightly. And so that's how it works. I need to set up a Cash App for those who can't donate normally. What do you mean by that, Jackson? Cash App. Altitude right now, flight level 330, 33,000 feet, at Mach 8.2. I like the A320neo. It's a nice project. It adds a lot more simulator functionality to the sim. It makes the 320 a rather nice aircraft to fly. I do like it. Fly around Dudley, of course, the most beautiful place in the country. Dudley. Sorry, Mach .82, not 8.2. I apologise. That made this A320 the fastest aircraft ever produced. I thought they have space shuttle speeds. A little bit of turbulence there, nothing too shaky. And slowly, you can see now the arrival airports starting to cool down the screen. If we jump down to the MCDU, let's plug in our arrival. So it's runway 34 in use, 34 Zulu, and we'll be using the Alki 1 Papa. Approach. So that has a few more waypoints towards the latter portion of the flight there. So we come in, heads east of the airports, and then come back into land. So we'll set that up now. Insert that. All looks good. Okay, I'll look into Cash App. I'll look into that. Thank you, F99, for the 50 Swedish krona? SEK, I think that's Swedish. Yes, Swedish krona. Thank you very much, that man. Much appreciated. The keep it up sticker. Thank you very much. Not a fan of online airlines. What do you mean by that, Stefan? Not a fan of online airlines. From Belgrade. Ah, is that you there? Is it? Welcome there. Very nice. On air. So I use PAX personally. I use PAX, which does come with a career mode. At some point maybe I will one day do a career mode through this. But I use PAX for my ATC. I use PAX for my passengers, cabin crew, and well, potentially one day career mode, we'll see. Yes, my local airport is Heathrow. So, different between Zulu and Yankee approaches. So you get, some airports have 3, X-Ray, Yankee and Zulu. And so what it does is it gives you a slightly different approach and a slightly different run up to the runway when coming in to land. And so it's just kind of a different way to determine that. Have I tried using VATSIM? I used to use that VATSIM as my go-to, but then they suspended my account, never spoke to me again, and left me on that. Yes, so that guy is centre right now, so he's in charge of the airspace in and around the whole Belgrade area. So my intro again. Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Must have been, yeah, not too far from Staines. I mean, I also volunteer at the Ruislip Railway, which, well, if you know Ruislip, then you know exactly, I'm about an hour away from there, so gives you an idea of where I am. There's no top of descent function, it's just a guessing game, basically. You just make a guess as to where you are, how far from the airport you are, and when you start descending. So I try and do it around 120 miles from the airport, 100 miles from the airport. Like I say, out of respect for that sim, I won't go into detail about the account suspension and all that. And I've got a lot of respect for the people who use it, the controllers. Just, yeah, I've got respect for the people who use VATSIM. It's just a couple of the management that I'm not so keen on because of the whole situation. And the official ban reason is VATSIM will reserve the right at any time to suspend any user from using our service. That's the official reason of banning. I don't use Navigraph, I use SimBrief. Can you show a picture from your town? Could I show you? That doesn't give away exactly where I live. Don't even have any photos recently. There we go. There you can have a picture of clouds. Yep, mighty clear at the moment. You've got a few clouds on the horizon there. And so the weather right now in Thessaloniki is cloudy at the moment, but for the most part, all looking clear at the moment, which is very, very good to see. Facecam causes the sim to lag quite badly, so I've turned it off for now, and at some point I'll fix what happens. Check car patterns over Heathrow, needs to location stats. I mean, that was a couple of days ago. In fact, maybe about a week or two ago, so good luck. Although at some point I do plan to, if you're on Facebook, I do plan to share an event at some point on that, in which I will also be there in person. But basically, the Railway Volunteerates on the 17th and 18th? What's that weekend? Is it 18, 19, sorry. Oh no, one of those weekends I'll be at the railway. It's an open day. And so, I'll be there working of course, but people are free to come down and say hi. Flight time 1 hour and 40 minutes. What's my oldest PC? I'm not sure what you mean by that, beautiful. My oldest passenger you're trying to say there. Let's have a look, shall we? We've got 43, 45, that's an 82-year-old there. So probably them. I don't think we'll find them any older than that, so presumably yes, my oldest passenger, 82-year-old Roland Fletcher, travelling for leisure. They're happy right now, not too hungry, not too thirsty, and currently their seatbelt turned on. Had a 97-year-old. Wow, okay, fair play to them, travelling at that age. Yes, the passenger add-on is PAX. TFDI design PAX. No, Doris. Ah, very sweet. Yes, I do plan to get Navigraph at some point, although the big thing with that is when will they figure out how to implement the navigation aids within Microsoft Flight Simulator as well, so waiting for them to implement that. Then, with the whole AirAct cycle updates, I'll be going through that, but yes, I do plan to get Navigraph, hopefully soonish. Now, you've flown Wizz Air, you have to say it's one of the worst landings in your life. It's interesting, because they fly Airbus A320 and 21 aircraft, so it's quite good at landing. I've never flown Wizz Air personally. My brother has a couple of times, but me personally, I haven't flown Wizz Air yet. Although at some point, I almost certainly will. They're one of the few airlines to fly from London to Moscow cheaply, so almost certainly that'll be my first time with them. I do play a couple of other games, yes. So I stream Train Sim a lot. I play Arma 3 a fair bit without streaming. I want to play a nice simple game. A lot of thinking but less gameplay then.
Direct Parrot at level 400 video.
Then I'll use Town Salem. There's a couple of games I play. No, these flaps don't fly down two places. The A320 does have just a single set of flaps. The 321 is a bigger aircraft. It's a redesigned wing, which has the flaps split into two pieces. Do you enjoy the streams, Big M? Thank you very much. Enjoying some of the mountain views down below. What playing game do I recommend? I mean, at the moment the big two I recommend are Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane 11. Those two for me are the two standout major flight sims at the moment. You'd love the 380. Nothing's been announced yet. And so, when it comes to the 380, the reason there haven't been really any add-ons for it is because it's just a big, heavy, complex aircraft to build. So it's not an easy one to put together. A lot of work in order to get it, well, working. How far now? Not terribly far. What's that? Yeah, not too far. Landing in about 30-ish minutes. What do you think of infinite flights? It's a mobile flight sim.
It's possible to
It's about as good as a mobile flight sim gets. I've got it. I have got infinite flights, and so I do play it from time to time.
Go ahead.
It's not terrible. It's a mobile flight sim. It does what it does rather well.
9164, frequency change where?
To Unicom.
9164, sure, go ahead, Unicom 122 decimal 8, no problem.
Okay, thank you. Switch to the Unicom 122 8, next time, bye bye.
Wow, I've never heard someone request Unicom before. That is rare. You're flying voice ATC, you're going to request Unicom. What snacks on board, you're starving, so Wizz Air don't offer a free meal service, you do pay for what you get, but it's standard like crisps, sandwiches, a drink or whatever, standard meal service. Which place do I recommend? I mean, Oslo's got quite a nice approach. New York's quite nice. London Heathrow, if you arrive via the runway 27, so via the east, you get to see the city from above, which is quite cool. There's a few places I'd recommend. Kickhouse 3 euros. Yep, sounds about right for these low-cost carriers.
Wizz Air 2839er, Belgrade radar.
Wizz Air 2839er, go ahead.
Wizz Air 2839er, we advise from air traffic control, your flight plan is not correct. There is no waypoint after your Redva waypoint actually. So he advised you to change your route, actually the flight plan.
Roger that, we'll work something out.
Roger, Wizz Air 2839er, you'll stay in my frequency for the next 5 to 10 minutes and then I'll transfer you to air traffic control. Just advice from him, he said that it's not possible direct to Thessaloniki from the Redva.
Roger that, we'll figure it out. Wizz Air 2839er. Drop a message, could be a request. Where is it? It's flight plan. That's... drop a message to the guy in Greece. We'll just double check how that will go. Worst case scenario, we'll just reconfigure some of that approach in. But I want to try and use the Alki 1 Papa approach. So if there's a waypoint that allows us to enter that, no problem, then we can try and use that. We'll see, we'll see. Recommend from Nimgov Golf. Right, let's clear our approach quickly, 2 seconds. So that is wrong. Okay. Let's clear that. Around 160. Okay, that's fine. So no start. Have a look. We've been given some waypoints from the centre here, so Raksad, Irana and Alico, so we'll probably go for that. It'll be runway 16. No start at the moment. Insert that from Redvar. Without Redvar, we're going to go to Raksad. Then we go to Irana. I should have the Microsoft Flight Simulator let you do what you want to do. Okay, well. Right, we'll insert that then. So we'll set up the flight plan with that in mind. You get directs points as well, so directs to insert that. Rhino to Alico this way, so I can do that probably. And I'm now trying to manipulate an FMS or an MCDU that doesn't give me any room to play with. So clear that, clear you, ASPIP, clear you, Adama, no, there we clear, Alico we keep. So Raksad, Irana. So Raksad, Irana, clear the user. Okay, so inside that. So Rana, okay, right, Raksad. See what I mean? It's like MCDU is not the most helpful for you, is it? Let me follow the new flight plan in. So edit that. Set a few directs points. Save that. Now figure out how I can use the MCD to actually implement that. Rana, Alico. So insert that. There we go. Perfect. So Raksad, Irana, Alico. Figure out what's going on there. Coming to land. Perfect. My only real question mark thing then is when we go to Raksad, fly to Irana, no problem. Do you go from Irana to next waypoint, or do you go Irana back to where we started? Which is what the flight plan now suggests to me. Let's zoom in, have a look. So flight plan, this is what Gov doesn't say. So Raksad, Irana, Alico. Clear the user waypoint if possible, which we can't do. Okay. We'll work it out.
Belgrade Control, good evening, Malay 971, radio check 123.775.
Well, I saw my ATC. You guys about your favourite bars. For me, my favourite bar is probably going to be Ooh, that's a difficult one. I like double deckers. I like Maltesers.
This is on the altitude test.
Yeah, the user loop's interesting, but work it out. Rax Adirana Alico, it should be alright. Worst case, we just go direct to Alico instead.
Connected to pivot.
Figure out from there what we do.
Mother 971, Belgrade operator, stand by.
Right, we're back in 2 moments, just gonna pop to the loo. BBAIB.
Wizz Air 2839er from present position, direct Irana, and contact Greece radar at 135.805. Have a good night, bye-bye.
Directs to Irana, Wizz Air 2839er. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Right, so going to Irana now. That gets rid of the loop by looks of things, I hope. And so we'll fly that. We'll tune Greece radar on 135.875. And let's see if they've got the new flight plan, which should now be correct for us. Hello there, Centre. This is Wizz Air 2839er at flight level 330, and confirming, have you got the updated flight plan for us?
Wizz Air 2839er, very good evening, radar contact, your flight plan is available, proceed direct Irana.
Direct to Irana for Wizz Air 2839er. Thank you very much. So, flight plan sorted now, ATC's happy,
Alexander 199 Delta 2 for departure.
Now quickly going to pop to the loo 2 seconds, while I'm not looking for ATC.
0 degrees, 16 knot, gusting 27, runway 03 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 03 right, please for takeoff, Alexander 199.
Right, I'm back. We've had 5 guys in the UK for a couple of years now. It's not a new thing. Right, let's request descent, shall we? Wizz Air 2839er is now requesting descent.
Wizz Air 2839er, descent flight level 150.
Down to 150 for Wizz Air 2839er, thank you very much.
Alexander 199 Alpha Tango Victor 1 Echo 4000 to 7000.
Alexander 199 radar contact, climb flight level 320.
No need for spoilers, we should be alright at this point.
To assist with customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and
We'll be landing in about 30-ish minutes.
Upon arrival.
So it's an hour early. Hello ladies and gentlemen, update from the flight deck. Just a heads up that we are now about 25-30 minutes early, and so we should be landing Thessaloniki within the next couple of minutes. Apologies for slight delay there at Vienna, but we have now gained a bit of time in the air. Hopefully we should get a priority landing also into Thessaloniki as well, so 30 minutes of landing-ish, 30 minutes. So we'll say that we're now ahead of schedule, about 20-30 minutes. We'll go 20 minutes just down the safe side. Update from the flight deck. Just a heads up that we are now about 25-30 minutes early, and so we should be landing Thessaloniki within the next couple of minutes. I'm not doing too bad myself, Benny. How are you doing? Vienna, but we have now gained a bit of time in the air. Hopefully we should get a Priority landing.
Alexander 199 from direct propeller.
Direct scope.
In terms of satisfaction, that will have increased it now. So up to 98%. We'll see how that goes now for the landing. You don't know what a gyro is? I mean, I've been to Limnos in Greece. I've also been to Athens. And gyros or gyros, sorry, gyros. Very, very lovely. They're like, yeah, they're basically a Greek kebab. In Turkey you have kofta. In Greece you have gyros. They are very nice. Very nice.
250, Asia 984.
So once we get to the Iran waypoint, I'm going to go direct to Alico, just because you know that waypoint looks mightily backtracky, and so we'll follow it around. But should be an alright descent, should be an alright approach. Flight's going fine at the moment. We've had full ATC today, apart from like a 20-minute gap on Unicom, so we've been rather fortunate for that today. Coverage has been A-star.
Wizz 2839er, continue descent flight level 110 after Irana radar vectors ILS 16.
Continue descent to waypoint Irana and its vectors for ILS 164Z2839er.
Wizz 2839er negative, descent flight level 110 after passing Irana, expect radar vectors ILS 16.
Down to 110, and then after Irana, expects vectors for runway 16 for Wizz 2839er. Basically what I meant, but said it wrong to the guy. So down to 11,000, passing through 25 now. Probably increase that to 25 in a moment. As long as we're at 250 knots, we should be alright. Rhino just been sent to Unicom. ATC is free, how do they get paid? I mean, it's a free online network. The ATC are volunteers basically, all having for fun.
984, leaving my airspace.
It's all fun. It's all fun and games.
Have a nice landing. Bye bye.
I've done ATC a couple of times before, yes I have. This will be my third flight in Microsoft Flight Sim, with full coverage from start to finish. And so whenever you get a full coverage flight, because this wasn't expected to be full coverage, I just picked the route on Saturday, thought I'd do it. It's just run of the mill that ATC has been active today in this part of the world. It was not expected, not planned out like that. Always appreciated.
Unicom Asia 984, thank you, Adria.
Καληνύχτα Γιάννη μου.
Arena Control, Olympic 666, requesting resolution.
Olympic 666 down to flight level 260.
Down to 260, Olympic 666.
Passing through 21,000, level 210, we shall turn on. Seatbelt sign. We'll tell our passengers to make their way back to their seats. Yes, so I do want to try and get an ATC tutor out for the weekend. If all goes to plan, I'll start working on that soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
About that's 2,000 feet per minute as we pass through 20,000. Not long to go now, not long at all. We landed at Thessaloniki. I'm getting the gear at Mythos beer. I'm trying to think, what beer was it I had? When I was there, I think it was a Kaiser I had. Saw an advert for it on TV. I was watching a movie on Star Movies. Oh gosh, what was the name of that movie? It's like, so it has the point of view of like 3 different groups of people. They're all going to a wedding, and disaster strikes for all of the groups. So you have one that gets horribly lost, one the car breaks down and the lady gets injured and they have to go to a vet to get her injected, and one they get caught up at some party.
Request descent and fly on 023 Foster.
What was the name of that movie? It was like a disaster wedding movie, Greek. Had English subtitles and watched it and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Flight level, descent flight level 140, fly on 023 Foster.
Wizz 2839, after Erana, left heading 125, descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 101.
After Arana, after Arana, down to 5,000, heading 125 and QNH 1018 for Wizz Air 2839er. I haven't tried FS2 crew. It's not that I'm particularly interested in. I mean, I understand why people want to have a co-pilot you can talk to, but not for me. Not for me. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Is it that one? No. I remember I saw on Reddit before. What was the name of it? Let me try and find it. Togamilnia Party. Big Bang Wedding, that's it. Big Bang Wedding. Togamilnia Party, something like that. Featured Alex Dimitriades, Georgios Kama... I'm pronouncing his names horribly. Alex Dimitriades, Georgios Karamichos, Faye Chrysilla, Betty Magira, and all your other favourites. No, I watched that. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Right, let's go direct. Oh, Arana, we need to turn left, don't we? So actually we can ignore the flight plan now. Get ready for the ILS approach in. 125 as soon as we hit that. Not long to go now. Not long at all. Yeah, it's down to 5,000 as well.
Radar Alexander 199 request.
Alexander 199, go ahead.
Alexander 199 request shortcut if possible to this one.
So down to 1,200 feet per minute, keep it 250 knots, and we'll now make a left turn to 250.
Alexander 199, confirm shortcut to Dissor.
Affirm 199.
Alexander 199, shortcut to Dissor is Dissor, or from your present position is heading 340, so it's a straight direct, you can proceed direct Dissor.
About 50 miles to go, so 1,500 feet per minute. Left hand's turn. We'll slow the aircraft down to about 240 knots, so about to pass through 10,000.
We have begun our final descent into your destination. Flight attendants will be passing
just
through
about
the
beat me
cabin
to it. It's going to do the 10 minutes landing call, but that's it.
Tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
Yes, I saw it with English subtitles. It was on Star Movies at like 1 in the morning when I went to Greece back in May. I enjoyed it. One of those movies I actually want to try and find on DVD at some point with the English subtitles. Have to go to Thessaloniki. One day we'll see. I very much enjoyed Limnos. I do want to return there at some point in the future. Very beautiful island, very peaceful. Right, pass through 10,000 now. And lights set. And let's also set the QNH to 1018. ATC, we're using IVAO. About 40 miles to go at this point. Welcome there, 320 Aviation. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chats.
Alexander 199, request flight level 360.
Alexander 199, climb flight level 360.
Flight level 360 for Alexander 199.
So the approach performance. So it's QNH 1018. Temperature right now. Let's get the METAR information. .METAR.
Wizz 2839, flight heading 130.
160 for Wizz Air 2839er.
Wizz 289, confirm 130.
130 for Wizz Air 2839er. Right, 130, sorry. Let's get the METAR again. So, temperature is 23 degrees centigrade. Magnitude winds are variable at 3
Fly
knots.
023 Foxtrot, continue descend flight level 100.
Flight level 100, fly on 023 Foxtrot.
Transition altitude is at 10,000. Position heights, well, we need to be at, what do we need to be at? 3,500, so we'll go 3,000. No, 3,500 we'll go for that. Right, that's all set. We're 4 flaps landing. That looks good. Let's load the first stage of flaps and slow the plane down to 220 knots. Yeah, you can get an overspeed warning there. We'll use the spoilers, just slow us down. There we go. Perfect. We'll turn on the landing assist as well. So we'll continue to fly current heading. We've got about 20 miles to go until we hit the intercepts of the glide slope.
Wizz 2839, continue down to 4,000.
Down to 4,000 for Wizz Air 2839er. Down to 500 feet per minute at this stage. In the UK it's now 11 PM. We're going to be landing on runway 16 today. Going to be landing on runway 16. IVAO, we will be using IS approach, but ATC is right now guiding us with vectors towards the runway. So there's the coastline actually now coming into view just on there, and the airport should be not too far in front of that. So Thessaloniki is just in front of us. In fact, we fly over the water, I believe, and it's over on that second bit we cross over. How to use the glide slope? So you set up the approach on your MCDU, so in this case it's an ILS runway 16. Turn on the landing assists, which in this case they are on. You can see we are established now, so we are connected to the localizer. And it's just a case of waiting for an intercept before using the landing guide to in.
Down to flight level 60.
Flight level 60, fly on 0 to the first structure.
FPS solid 30 at the moment. Solid 30 FPS. Alright, so the blurry textures unfortunately is down to the fact that when I started the stream up, the sim reset my settings down to low, so everything's down high again, but the textures won't reset until after I restart the sim, so the textures I'm afraid are set to low at the moment, which is rather annoying to say the least. Low textures, everything else on high or ultra. Unfortunately the only way I can really, well, nothing I can do about it, the sim glitched, in short. Don't know about an i9 or an i10. I'll probably even get an AMD Ryzen at some point, because the newer stuff from that looking very nice indeed. Do you use that sim? No, using IVAO. For reasons I've already established a few times. Texture set to low because the sim crashed and glitched.
Wizz 2839, descend 3500, clear ILS 16, report established.
Down to 3500 and cleared to establish will report. Wizz 2839er. So down to 3500, we'll let them know when we are established the localizer. Steady airplane down.
023 Foxtrot, descend 3000, QNH 1011,
let's now start setting
clear
up for
via 1
landing.
Bravo, runway 33,
So
report
that's
on
2.
final.
Descent altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1011, after being clear, BORB approach 1133, with report on final, fly on 0 to the first structure.
This is IVAO. Right. So 180 knots. We're just about to establish onto the localizer. Yeah, just looking at the scenery right now, I just love how detailed it really is. It looks like Greece. Every single building individually popped out of the ground. It's very, very nicely done. Right, localizer sets. Approach mode sets. So down to 170 knots, flaps down 3. Airport 10 miles, gear down. Slow down to the VREF, which is 147. Flaps down 4. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing. Wizz Air 2839er is now established.
Cabin crew, please be seated for landing.
Spoilers
Wizz Air
armed.
2839er, wind 110 degrees,
Brakes
4 knots,
medium.
runway 16, clear to land.
Cleared to land, Wizz Air 2839er. So it's flaps set, brakes set, landing lights active, we have landing clearance, gear down, 3 greens, pre-land checklist complete. At 1000 we'll take manual control, and then we'll bring it into land the rest of the way. Welcome to the Thessaloniki coastline. I'm sure people who have been here recognise, well, virtually all of that. So at 1000 we'll turn off the autopilots. And then just slowly guide the aircraft in the rest of the way. One thousand. Autopilots off. So now manual control of the aircraft, and all we have to do is guide it in for a touchdown. In terms of visual aids, we can have Pappies on the runway. We've got the magenta diamonds in front of us as the flight director. So we've got plenty of assists right now. And well, flat run round between us and the air runway, it's all water down below. Alright, here we go. A little bit on the low side right now, so we'll adjust for that. There we go, 2 reds, 2 whites, bang on the glide slope right now. So the Pappies is just to the left of the runway. A little bit of a flight, but we'll get there. Reverse thrust sets. $80 knots. 60 knots. Reverse thrust cuts. And we'll exit the runway just to the left. And there's terminal.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 12:14 p.m. and it's currently about 29 degrees Celsius.
Ooh, very nice, very hot.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bin as items...
On final runway inside, fly on 023
Lion 023 Foxtrot, wind 300 degrees, 6 knots,
Clear the runway.
33, clear to land.
Just behind us, I'll be coming into land.
Clear to land, runway 33, fly on 023 Foxtrot, thank you.
Wizz Air
Lights off.
2839er, welcome to Thessaloniki, left via Alpha, cross runway 2018, Charlie to the apron, stand of choice.
Taxi via Alpha, cross runway 20, and it's Charlie to stand of choice for Wizz Air 2830. Thank you very much. So across the runway ahead of us. AP starting up. Settled lights already. We'll turn... Oh, that's it really. That's what we need to do. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with the Wizz Air livery in particular? Announcements, that comes with packs, TFDI design packs. So once we get to the gates, we get a full end of flight reports. And now tell us what the passengers for the flights as well. How do you know it's taxi? Well, basically I'm guessing here right now, because you know what Microsoft Flight Sim is like when it comes to the ground environments for airports, and so presumably it's just straight ahead and then taxi to the terminal over there. Standard of choice, we pick the park anywhere we want. But no, it's not too bad. Not too bad. There's an aircraft coming in to land as well, so we may be able to spot them on the approach to our left. Yeah, Pilot Edge is by far the most realistic network because all the controllers are former retired real-world ATC controllers. But it's not a cheap network by any means. Flaps up. Cheers for reminding me.
023 Foxtrot, welcome to Santorini.
What'll I do without you guys?
To the left and taxi to the apron stand of choice.
Right, so.
Runway barricade
Figure right now.
parking to my choice. Thank you very much for the control. Fly on 023.
Everywhere. I can see one area which is clear. Taxi down there and park up there.
Alexander 19F9, descent flight.
It ain't easy, that's for sure.
2705, come to 1.
Oh, actually, I have got a Boss Lavuzo on there. I might actually have a sip of that later. That one. It's from, where did I get it from? A guy I know was at the Volunteer Railway, went to Greece not too long ago. It was Crete he said he picked it up from. I'll double check, but it's a very nice bottle that. Very, very delicious. I'll go around to the van and the forklift truck that's on the side to enter our path right there. Spin the aircraft around, doors facing the left, so it's easy departure from the aircrafts. And then, oh, throttle back, stop the aircraft here, parking brakes set, APU available, so APU bleed sets, engines off, turn off the beacon lights, turn off taxi lights. That is that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thessaloniki. Local time right now is 12:20 and local temperature is 29 degrees centigrade. We thank you for flying with us today and we hope to see you with us again in the future flights. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross check. So, as a generic public address. That's very strange. Okay. I don't know, sometimes it does that. Right, so we'll see if we can call the air stairs right now. Hopefully it'll do it, but we'll have to see. West. No. Okay, it's only pushback. There's no stands here, nothing fancy, so we'll just have to pretends that the stairs came to the aircraft to let passengers deboard. Let's, well, pop up the menu. Passengers are deboarding the aircraft, and so we'll end the flight and see what they thought. So, Wizz Air 2839er, 320neo from Vienna to Thessaloniki, 125 flight time, 163 passengers, 96% satisfaction, which is good, and 91 feet per minute touchdown. Flight time was 147. There was a very short delay due to traffic on departure, but slightly ahead of schedule and soft landing. Passengers are glad we arrived early, smooth landing, and that was ultimately a very successful flight, that. So we'll save that, and if you're on Discord, I'll drop you a link to the end of the flight report as well. But, yeah, I think that brings us now to an end of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the flight today. If you did, then please leave a like and subscribe. Tomorrow, we'll do a train sim stream, so tomorrow we'll do train sim. On Saturday, I'll see if I'm actually around or not, because it's going to be a very busy day for me on Saturday, but Sunday we'll definitely be doing some more flight sim. And then, yeah, onwards to next week. But thank you all very much for watching. You have a good evening, and I'll see you in the very near future. Take care, and goodbye. Oh yes, and before we finish, chug of ouzo. Oh, that is strong on its own. Recommended with ice and water. It's 42% that. Sleeping well.